Hey guys, Cory here with Co-op Couple. Welcome to part 3 of my RPG Maker VX Ace tutorial. In today's video I'll be talking about the map creation process, starting with the interface you see here. When you start up the program, you're taken to the map editor, which is what you're seeing right here, and this is where you'll create the maps for your game. So what we're going to do for the example that I have for you here, we'll go ahead and rename our map by going to Map Properties, and we'll name the map Example. And this is going to be a world map, so here you can basically change the tile set that you'll use as far as the layout. So we're going to go ahead and leave it a field since we're going to be making this kind of like a world map. And we'll go ahead and change this by 24 by 24. Alright, and as for these other options, basically specify battle back. It's if you want to encounter enemies on this particular map, it'll show the background for the battles. And then background music is the music you want to hear when you're on this map. And then change background sounds. It's like if you're in a dungeon that has rain falling, something like that, you'll have a sound instead of a background music. And then this is the scroll type is if you want it to loop, like you have a world map that you want to continuously generate. If you are just going to be kind of reusing it. So we're not going to use any of these other options for this map, but we will get to those at a later lesson. So we're going to increase the size, and then it adds these different areas. Real quick, I'm going to touch on something. This is kind of like a transparent screen right here. This little checkerboard pattern. Let me show you what that does real quick. If you go to the parallax background, and then let's just choose an ocean background. We'll use that as a parallax background. Real quick here, I'm going to make sure the volume isn't up too loud because I'm going to test it out here. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to test it out. Yes, we'll save changes. And when we start up, see, look at that. It's a nice kind of ocean view because the transparent tiles that we had by default, they show what's in the parallax background. So now that we have that out of the way, we don't really want a parallax background. We're going to kind of make this an islands sort of area. So we will have some water. Not sure if that's the water I'm going to use. It's good to kind of play around with the tiles just to figure out exactly what you want to use. I sort of like the beach one a little bit better, so we'll go with that. We're going to have this all the way around, because as I said, this is going to be an island. Let me talk about the controls real quick, because sometimes just clicking and dragging one at a time. When you're actually editing the map, you'll want to make sure that it's on the Map tab and not the Event tab or the Region tab. And then if you want to kind of work, if you're working with a big area, you can click on the rectangle, and then what that does is it basically just takes the graphic that you have selected and then stretches it out kind of into a rectangular. Same with the ellipse, it kind of does a circle. And that would be useful for some things. And flood fill, I mean, you understand what that is. It's if you're using Microsoft Paint, Photoshop, has kind of a bucket tool, that's what that is. So we're going to kind of define our island a little bit more. First we're going to define the ocean. Made a mistake there. See, you always want to make sure you have the right tool selected. You can kind of add depth to the ocean by having these deep parts of the ocean. Like say for example you can get a canoe or something, but you don't want it to be able to pass the deep waters. You can definitely set it to that. So we're gonna kind of finish this up here. Not too shabby. Alright, and then we might want to put something in the water, like little obstacles, rocks that might be sticking up, like that. Kind of give it a little personality there. Alright, and then obviously you can use other things like ice if you're in kind of a tropical, or not a tropical, but a Arctic climate. You can use ice. There's plenty of ice tiles that you can use. You just gotta experiment. I'll put some whirlpools out there. Obviously, some tiles are not going to go well with others. This whirlpool tile looks like it's best for that type of water. So yeah, I can add different hazards like that. This is a pretty small map, so we'll try to make the most of it. Let's see. No. Just trying to find the right terrain. No. Okay. So we're just gonna... that's fine. So we're gonna fill that in a little bit. Let's see here. We'll just add a couple things. Like say this is an island like Hawaii and it has kind of some mountains or something like that. Got these little... Well, those mountains... some mountains or some obstacles obviously are going to match with certain ground tiles. So that's what you can see here. So we got mountains right there. We'll go ahead and just add kind of a couple pathways. Maybe some trees, little palm trees right here. You know what, we kind of want a little more of a beach, so you just kind of got to play around with it a little bit. Okay, that kind of gives it a more desert feel. We can use that as a beach. Those are the wrong type of trees. Palm trees, that's what we want. Let's see, with some palm trees kind of littering the land. Groups of palm trees. It looks kind of nice. So, got the beach down. This right here, it's kind of a path tile. You can use it if you wanted to kind of make a path. Say you wanted some mountains over here, volcano maybe, path leading to it, a town down there, maybe a town right there, something like that. Let's go ahead and sprinkle a few regular trees around, just to kind of give it a little bit of a difference there, and as well maybe some little hills. That's fine. It's fine. It's a world map, so obviously we can take a few liberties. And then that was, these are the ground tiles that you use for basically the layer A, which is the bottommost layer. We're going to go to layer B, which is going to have other things that you can add. We'll go ahead and add a smelly little volcano right there. And then we'll put some more path kind of leading to it. So we got a volcano for whatever reason. With a volcano, you might want to have something like lava surrounding it. Beautiful. All right, so you got lava, you got a volcano. It's sort of what you'd see. All right, so what's next is you have different things here. Obviously you can put something there like a pond. Got a bunch of different types of cities and villages that you can use. For example, we want this little village right here. That'll be perfect. Maybe a tower right here. Kind of be like a dungeon. Dungeons are nice. People like dungeons. Alright. So we got our little island set up a little bit. It's not perfect. I mean, there's definitely some changes that we can make to it to give it more depth. Like different terrain types, hills, mountains, whatever you want to add really. So, we'll go ahead and just make this our little town. Maybe put a kind of a sign right there for the village. Let's see, add a couple little trees. These are different types of trees. Maybe if you have a big tree like that, it can actually lead somewhere. Alright, that looks pretty good for our exterior city. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. In the next video, we're going to actually be making an interior city, kind of like if you went into this town. We'll link those. We'll link the two maps together, so where you can access the town from the world map. So like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful. I really appreciate it. Take care, guys.